Hello, I'm Lynn Louise, and this is the Cosmic Valkyrie podcast. And today we're going to discuss one concept that will change your success forever. First, I want to do a little housekeeping. The windows are open and there are dogs barking in the neighborhood. So you might hear them in the background, but we all love pets. So I think we're good there. And that's actually going to come up in this podcast. Yes, your love for animals. So, first, I want to let you all know that I am going to be hosting in a couple of weeks an absolutely free masterclass. It is the 5 keys to unlocking your personal success. So, make sure to go to the show notes and get registered for that. It's going to be an hour long. It is going to be no fluff. I'm going to get straight to the point, and it's going to be a masterclass. So, make sure to bring your pen and paper. There will be replay access. So, feel free to watch it again and again until it is taken down. So make sure to get registered for that. So, what is this one concept that we're going to dive into? I'm so excited to share this with you. I was out for my dog walk this morning and I really started thinking about why women are not getting the success that they desire out of programs or working with other coaches, because I see this often. Women are joining high ticket programs and they're walking away with little to no transformation. And it breaks my heart. I know that the women that sign into my program, when they show up and do the work, they get transformation. And I also know that they are in alignment with me. And I'm going to share with you this concept so that you can take it forward, not only in your business, but when you are choosing programs and coaches to work with. Here's the thing. Most coaches are purchasing programs and working with coaches based on the transformation that the coach has created in their own life alone. What do I mean by that? Most of the time, you're making a decision based on the coach's life, meaning what they're showing you. If they're making millions, if they're traveling a lot, if they're living in alignment to that in which you want to create, this is your vision. And if you see them living that on their social media, then that's what you're basing your decisions off of. But there's more to choosing a coach than the transformation or the way that they're living their life. Okay. And I want to go into that a little better so that you can make better decisions on who you're working with to ensure that you're getting the transformation that you desire. Because it's a waste of money to spend 18, 10K, even 5K, heck, even $1,000 on a coach that is not just emulating the life that you want, but if they're not in alignment to your core level desires. I'm talking about your core values. Yes, your core values. You see, as we age, our values change. I know that my values were much different when I was in my 20s than they are now, right? Think about it. What were your values in your 20s? Were you single? Were you living in an apartment? Were you traveling your ass off? Were you like me, working corporate America and a workaholic? What were you operating from back then? What were the values? Having a good time? Mine were like going to wineries and seeing live shows because I worked in the music industry, traveling a lot to see live shows, go to festivals, hanging out with my friends. As I grew, my values changed. I want you to understand why this is important. Because if you are 35 plus, you're going to require a very different coach than, say, a 20 something. I'm going to use a little example here to help give you some understanding of what I'm talking about. Every single one of us operates from our core values. We make decisions based on what we're going to do on those values. So let's say you're a mother of two, you're working a full-time job, and you're wanting to build your business on the side until it can sustain the lifestyle that you have created from your job, and then exceed that, of course. And you see an amazing 25-year-old woman that is making millions. She's traveling a lot. She's living the life of her dreams. And then you decide to join her program. But you've joined her program and you're in it for 3 months and you're not having any change in your business. It's not the coach's fault. And you've heard this often, that it's your job to have the transformation that you desire. And that's absolutely true. And you teach people this. The truth is, you probably hired that coach based on her financial gains. But wealth does not dictate wisdom. And as we grow older and our values change and we really begin to determine that in which we want sustainably and long term, our values change. You're a mom. Your children are part of that value system. You still have a job that is supplying a better quality of life for you and your family. You don't want to risk that. Now, a 20-something-year-old coach is going to be creating actions based on their own personal values that are not in alignment to your values. So when they give you information and content for you to take out and implement in your business, it's from a single 22-year-old or 25-year-old. It's not from a mother of two. And there's a conflict and resistance there, because their life and their structure and their values are much different than yours. So when you are starting to look at coaches and what they're saying is resonating to you, I want you to start looking deeper. So one of the things that you know about me is that I'm always talking about my life and my values, what my $1 million life looks like, because it doesn't look like many of those girl bosses out there. I don't travel a lot. I did that when I was younger. I'm good with day trips or weekend trips to Boston. My values are spending time on this home that I own, because my husband and I determined that what brings us joy is renovation. So we bought a 1906 total rehab. So you will see behind me in lives unfinished walls, unfinished kitchens, because our home is a work in progress, just like we are. It's evolving right along with us. I will tell you over and over that I don't need a Bentley or Porsche on the driveway. That is not my $1 million life. I do not want a 16,000 square foot home on Country Club Hills. That is not aligned with me. I want a more sustainable lifestyle. I want solar panels. I want to live more off grid than on grid. I want a little piece of property outside of town that I can cultivate and grow things on outside of the garden in which I spend a lot of my time during the summer. I love to get up and walk my dogs. That's special to me. I like to have my mom here that's 87 and spend a lot of quality time with her while I can, while she's visiting. I like to be able to accommodate her for those 3 months that she spends with us. My values are much different than they were when I was 35, when I was 25, when I was 15. Our values change as we grow and evolve. So it's going to be really important for you to pay attention to what the coaches are talking about, how they spend their time. And when you get on a prospect call with that coach, here are two things that you can ask them. One, what are your top 3 highest values? See if they're in alignment to yours. And the second thing you can ask, what's a normal day in the life of you? What does that look like? How do you spend your time? These are going to be very telling of how they structure their life and how they're creating their dream life and what their dream life looks like in that moment. So if I'm resonating with you and my values are resonating with you, and you're looking to create a business in flow and ease, because that's one of my top values, is time and financial freedom and flow and ease and alignment, then your next logical step is going to be to register for the free masterclass and get to know if I'm that coach for you. So hopefully I'll see you in the training.